Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly. I know I did this for a smaller one. Let me get it. That I did because I was doing this as a trial to see how they turned out. And obviously, I've upsized. And if you can tell, ignore where I got cockeyed on it. I was just, once you get them stuck onto this tape, it's next to impossible to get them off, and I'd rather just leave them to where they are attached well. But what I did was I had multiple beads, this one with slots in them. Well, one was a little bit wider. I think it did better with the blades to make it easier, number one, to get it in there. And if you had a little bit of a thicker blade behind the edge blade, it would do good for doing the stands that Mr. Jimmy, God, I love that man, did for me. Well, he sent one that was a little bit wider, which, let me get this off. I did this yesterday morning. It's been, see what I mean about how tacky it is. It is fun to get loose. Let's put it that way. Let's see if I can. Now what I did is from that one mold that I made, I poured multiples of the skulls so I could make more of these at a time instead of just being able to do one at a time. And what I did with the slotted version is I did 6. So I figured 6 is a good quantity. But when I was making the frame to do the pour, let's see if I can break this out. The size of it, I grabbed some extra of the bead versions I've made to kind of fill in the rest of it. There's no sense in pouring a mold if it's going to have empty space. Might as well use it up, right? Right. And while I'm sitting here fighting with this, to let you guys know, I've just posted a video with what pickled steel items I have available. And in that video is also some information regarding what I'm going to be doing as my Valentine's. I plan on doing a Valentine's giveaway. I just have to make this stuff, which I'm being bad for some reason on this, as I haven't made them. And you know me, at the Christmas time, I had a bunch already pre-made. I've been sort of busy here lately, so that might have a little bit to do with it. But I plan on, with Valentine's Day, it's a lot of red and pink stuff. I can tell you that. But the information, I'll probably put information at the bottom of this one too about where to go, and I'll link the video that I'm doing it regarding and stuff like that. But if you want to possibly be entered, you may want to go check that video out and do what I ask you to do to enter you in that video. But what I did, there's 6 that are going to be, looks like those leaked a little bit. I'm going to have to trim those out. With the slots from stuff that I poured. Of course, I've got a purple one that I poured when I was pouring purple items. I've got the red one, which is actually, I think was the one actually that he actually did the original slot for me. Then I did a mix of black, copper, and blue. There was something else I poured that's going to be going to somebody with that mix of colors. I'm hoping he likes it. A solid black, deep black, whatever you'd like to call that. And here's kind of a pearlescent, I guess you would call, black that I also have. And come on, pop out of there, baby. There we go. And there's one that is a semi-clear black glittery one that I did. So, and like I said, it looks like a couple of these, it leaked, and I'm going to have to trim it to get it to where it'll come out. Come on, baby. And that's the bad thing about doing some of these. That does make it difficult to get some pours done like that. And see, right there's one that's like the glitter with the hole. Come on. Let's see. Come on. That one had a little bit of overpour too. Let's see if I can get it to more or less pop off. This stuff is messy to mess with, just to let you guys know. There was a light blue. This one's actually a glow one. And this one should be a glow one also. Come on. There we go. I'll have to do some trimming on that. And this is what I do each time I do this. This is not fun, guys, just to let you know. Oh, and what I'm thinking about doing is I prefer you guys to buy them in batches of at least 3. And I'm going to price them at $5 a piece. If you buy 3, I'll include shipping. If you're only wanting to buy 1 or 2, it's going to be $5 a piece plus $5 shipping, and hopefully that'll come close to covering shipping. But that's what I'm thinking to do for these. There's another green glow. Oh, that one came out easy. There's the black pearlescent. But the thing is, unless you're wanting special colors, you're going to have to see what I have. It's something that I don't pour every day. I kind of have to be in the mood to do it, because it can be a pain. This is a pain. See why I do it. Another blue, darker blue glow. And let's see if I can get this one out. Oh, well, that one, after giving me that fit. I had somebody that wanted 2 of the darker blue glows, but I haven't heard back from them in a while, so I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see if I can get these 2 that had an overpour. What do I have? What do I have? Do I have a knife handy that's an easier... Yes, I have my thumb down below where the edge of the blade would hit. So I'm not planning on cutting myself, guys. I do that enough on my own without extra help. But let's see here. Yeah, messy, messy, messy. Let's see if I got enough of that off to where I can break it loose now. Maybe not. There we go. Now I'll have to trim the excess off of that. Be better if I had an actual razor blade handy to do that. Let's see if I could get this one. I know this isn't very interesting. Sorry, guys. It's like nasty goobers. Come on. Pop out of there, baby. Come on. There we go. And excess left over on there. I'll have to wipe these down. But that's part of the mess of making these things, is doing little trims and whatnot that needs to be done. But as you can tell, there's the slots. Those came out so much easier than the ones with the holes for the beads. But it's either making these to make it easier for me or drilling holes into them. And honestly, it's a mess when I do that, just to let you know that resin just gets everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But like I mentioned, I'm planning on $5 a piece for these. If you only want one or two, plus shipping, $5 shipping. If you buy 3, I'll do shipping. So basically, you're buying 2, get 1 free. It's what it boils out to. It's just easier for me. And if you're interested as to what I have available, I'll tell you. Like I said, I don't have as many, obviously, of the slots available because I'm just now getting a good amount of molds. I did have quite a few solid beads, not beads, but solid skulls available if you're interested in just a skull itself. And these are basically like 1 inch tall, roughly 1 by 1. Let's do it that way. I think it's a little bit over an inch if you go from here to back here, but it is roughly right at 1 inch tall. Do I have? So you figure, where is it? Right there. And you figure if you go a little bit over 1 inch from where the back of it goes down. Like I said, rough estimates. Just figured they're 1 by 1 by 1. A little bit short here, a little bit longer there. But I will be pouring more of the slots and, of course, the beads, and working on having different colors. I'll probably start off, I need to do more of the glow. Like I said, these ones right here, the green and the blues are glow. And anybody that knows glow material, blue's not real good with taking a huge charge and lasting long. But let me see if I got, turn off the lights here and get a little bit. But as you can see, and I had them on these darker blue ones quite a bit longer, but look at how much more the green did. But the light blue, it's the same stuff for the light blue that was the darker blue. I just put more of it in there. And as you can tell, the green does a lot better. And I do have other colors, and I will probably make other colors with glow material. I did have some orange ones, but I honestly may have gave them all away. Oh, no, I didn't. There's one that got messed up. I had a little bit of black that had dripped into the mold and I didn't know it. So he has a semi mustache. But that's an orange one. What did I just do with my other? That will glow also. And let's see here, there's a couple more holes for the beads. There's a couple more. There's a solid purple one that's just a skull. Kind of a pearlescent purple. This, sorry guys, this one's not up for grabs. I'm using this on one of my knives, but I did a black and red deal. Let's see here. And was this a glow also, but it was clear looking? Yep. I think this was actually a light blue glow. But it's more of a kind of a milky white, clearish color on the skull. So that's another one that I did do as a bead. The hole's a little bit off-centered because I was literally holding these with vice grips and doing it with the drill because it's so small. The clamps that I had to use, it wouldn't set right, and as soon as the drill would start to go in, it would pop out. It was just an issue. But needless to say, I've got these done up, and actually I need to send these. I need my first batch of slots that I did. I want to send to Mr. Jimmy so he can look at them and see how good my molds did on his items that he did for me. So I will need to pour more. There it is. 4 or 5. There's one missing. See, I'm losing my mind. It doesn't take much, of course. Oh, the red one. The original one that he did for me. But I'm working on doing it. These are all ones that have slots and whatnot in them. I do have ones that don't have slots in them. That some of them I need to do some trimming and whatnot on. That I'll show you while I'm at it. Move that out of the way. But I have more of the solid black that are just straight up skulls. I've got a reddish pearlescent one. There's another one of the black ones. There's the semi-clear black glitter. There's 3 of the black pearlescent, smoky, whatever you would like to call them. I've got, see what I mean about trimming. I had a little bit of an overpour, so I need to work on trimming it up, sanding the edges down, and getting rid of the excess around the edge. These 2, well actually this one, and that's kind of more pinkish. I got a gold, silver, and then I got a clear one with just a little bit of glitter in it that I did. I just wanted to see how it would turn out. I don't think, nope, I didn't think that one was, but I'm pretty sure this one, no, I was wrong. I thought I did. Oh, I know what I did. I was trying something different with that. Now, is the pink one a glow one? This one, if you look, it looks like it's got a brain in it because the mica powder didn't break up properly and it settled down into the bottom of the mold and made it look like little brain matter stuff going on with it. But obviously that's a glow one also. But that's what I have available. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. That might be one I keep and add to my little collection. But anyway, these are some of the stuff that I will be doing. I do pour bigger skulls. I have to figure out pricing on those because it takes a lot more resin. And honestly, I'm getting to that point where I'm going to need to order more resin. I have maybe what's left of, how much is that? Maybe about 46 ounces left total. If I mix it together, maybe 50. It might be pushing 50 ounces total. And it don't take long before, with me doing some of this stuff, to run through that. So, and I've got one that I'm working on that I'm doing multi-layers. I don't know how easy you're going to be able to see that, but it's multiple colors going in. I want to see how that turns out, because this one is a skull that I had, my first skull actually that I got, and it's a big one, obviously. They have this chroma powder that you can brush in, and it kind of color changing chrome colored pattern that you're just supposed to brush into the mold and then do the pour. Whatever color backing, usually you use black, because that seems to be a good solid color to do behind that. And when I was peeling it off, pulling the skull out, part of the chroma powder stuck to the inside of the skull. And for the life of me, I washed and washed and washed and scrubbed it, and it wouldn't come out. I mean, I don't know if you can see the streaks right here. That's where some of it stuck. So when I pull it, instead of being smooth like this, it's got a rough texture, because it's not up against that clear, thin silicone to give it a nice smooth texture. It's up against that portion that wouldn't come out. So I'm doing one with extras, leftovers of my pours if I have any. And I've been actually working on this for a couple months now, so you can see it's taken me a while to get to that point. But usually most of my extra liquid goes into doing the skulls here lately, so that's probably more part of the issue, is I've been doing that instead. But anyway, enough of that. Damn, that stuff is messy. Like I said, goobers everywhere. But check down below for information for the Valentine's deal. I need to go cut that paracord 2 today and go ahead and get it done. So that way I'll be ready to ship it when somebody wins something. That would be bad for Kelly to do something like that, wouldn't it? Not that I've ever done that before, because I haven't, other than where if somebody wanted something specific that I didn't have pre-made, then I would make it for them and then send it to them. I did do that for a couple people, but that's what they request. I'm good. When I didn't, actually that's more of when they want something. I said I would make them something, so it's whatever. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.